pack of butts a day. There is no ASMR. It's just ASS. That's all you get when you come this way without a single R, dude. Like, it's just nice try, A for effort, but like
that's what I thought.
On the Masspole spot. I just don't have it. I can't do it. I got no BB, no ASMR. I got nothing. I got 1, 2, 3. That's all I got. That's what I do.
Well, we'll leave it up.
Did you hear me on this one?
I can hear you on that one, yeah.
Switch to this one then.
All right, let's try this. All right, buddy. We're gonna do a quick switch.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for Brad.
That's the video of it. I'm gonna put my close up, Mr. Yaden.
Now we've got to figure out how to get all of us in the picture.
We'll just have to.
The same ball as like the canister company, right?
Well, and you know and you know like what the commentators call it, right? The ball arena. We call it the sack.
Get the hell out of here! No,
I swear to God, we call it the sack. I swear to God.
All right, I'm done.
That's it. Yeah. End the show, Johnny. Go raid somebody. We're good.
I
On aircraft last week.
And I'm glad. I was gonna say I'm glad Coastal gave that lady his 2 inches worth. I mean 2 cents worth. I'm sorry.
You got Marky bad. I love it. That lady, like, she wasn't even discreet about it. No, you can ask John. She like literally leaned over John's shoulder and looked at my phone. Guys, did you see? Did you see, guys? Did you see it? It happened. Did you feel it? It was a tight.
Yes.
It was just a massive shift in the atmosphere. In RMP. Oh my goodness, it happened. JK Pop came out. They saved us. It's just like old times, man. It's just like old times. The power structure is going to shift. And you know what? I figured it out with Damon. Damon's trying to motivate Johnny. He wants everything to happen again. He's motivating him to do better and go after things. It's going to happen, guys. And you want to know something? I was wrong. I was so wrong for weeks. I have to thank Preston. I have to thank him. He caused all this. He caused it to happen. He set everything in motion. The boys are back together.
Oh.
Are you done?
Oh my God.
It's a great night.
Ow. I'm having flashbacks of like 3 years ago. Any of you other guys? Is this? It was one episode where, oh my God. Johnny, we lost him. Whatever rehab we sent him to, it didn't take. That.
It was so great to see.
This is
relapse. Relapse
is
a thing.
I think we're witnessing it.
3, 4. It's.
Do you realize?
It can happen, guys. It can happen.
Do you realize how miserable every freaking recharge every week for a year and a half, almost 2 years, when you were on this trip?
2 years. Oh my God.
I swear to God. That's all I gotta say. It's all I gotta say.
They didn't, Coastal, they didn't even respect you. You did all of this for them. You believed in them, and even when we had them on the show, they showed you no respect. They still made you kiss.
The greater good of pro wrestling.
Casanova still made you kiss his foot. These are not.
That is true. That is true. That did happen. I do have the video still.
We still have the video. Oh, speak of his name and he appears. No, ladies and gentlemen, not Joe Hendry. The other lawyer, the lawyer Preston, that definitely didn't get involved, or his clients didn't get involved in things tonight. I can't wait to hear.
Oh, I guarantee you, Coastal has a completely different opinion of Preston after tonight. I guarantee it.
He may have set in event some motions that it was a good. It made things happen.
That's the truest thing that he said in the last 20 minutes, is that it definitely made things happen. I don't know if they're good or not, but that's B. I'm worried about you, bud. We're really worried about you.
No, he's gone now, dude. Hopefully, this is a one-time thing. It's just a milestone miracle in Coastal's eyes, and we all move on from here after next week.
They've always been really good at taking care of business. So
I still can't believe you spent like $300 to go buy him drinks like 2,000 miles away at a golf course that year.
yeah, you know, I made some good shots, and that's just what you do when you're out with friends. Sometimes you treat. It's how it goes.
It's over. It's over.
All right.
And then we get Preston in the chat saying he's a
We
man
have
of
the
the people.
compromised crusader. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on now.
I'm sorry, but Preston's a man of the people. Oh,
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
got jokes tonight too.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Now that we've all kind of collected ourselves and our little boy in ourselves has kind of let out its enjoyment for the last 3 or 4 minutes of this show here. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Dudes and Belts Recharge Post Show here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. I am your host, Johnny Deathdrop. And yes, besides what Coastal was spewing about for the first 5 minutes of this show, we do have a whole episode to go over, episode 451 that we just saw. Of course, before we get into everything, let's introduce the panel. Of course, on the top left, he is the one that lives way up there on the east coast of Maine. And for the first time in 3 years, I think we can officially call him once again the wake ass kisser of the world, the one and only Coastal Crusader.
Just a respectful observer of their wonderful art craft, guys. I don't want to put the cart before the horse or anything. I don't want to fire aim ready, but it felt different when they were in the ring together. You could see some of the old stuff come. I'm very excited to talk about the whole episode. We had a title defense by Caden Quam. It's going to be awesome.
And before we continue, we do have to give Preston some kudos here. Subscribing to Tier 1 for 31 months and Yaden with 100 bits as well over on Twitch.
Ooh,
Thank you, guys.
Doing Yaden?
On the top right, he is your resident masshole himself, the one who is not corrupt from the past. He is the one and only Marky Bins.
I learned my lesson when I messed with the Wake in one Damon Ace, and we learned our lesson to not do that again. We FA'd and we FO'd. But tonight, what's going on here is I think Pretty City Express is going to find out what Chopper City is bringing. They're looking great in that tag team match, punching their card to Milestone, along with a bunch of other people that we're here and declaring for the Colorado Cup. We got an adventure-packed episode. Stay right there.
Matches were made and announcements were made as it pertains to the Cup. We'll get into all of that. And, of course, on the bottom, he is your resident encyclopedia, #1 CMS journalist. And, boy, did he have a busy night tonight. He is the one and only Lucas Bradwell.
Yes. It's milestone season, baby. We're getting all the stories, all the scoops, all the breaking news. It's coming to yours truly. I'm delivering it to the rascals out there. And yeah, we're going to go over all the stuff going on. Man, milestone, the picture, the path, the march got a little bit clearer. We kind of see now what's going on, what's right in front of us, just 8 days away. And let's get to it. Let's break it all down, boys.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. We did have a Damon Ace appearance at the beginning of this episode. Very briefly, poor KD got the brunt of that attack. Obviously, Damon Ace has some plans for one Marty Casales before Milestone, it looks like. What are your thoughts?
Just more violent intelligence from Damon. He feels disrespected. We said it a few weeks ago on here, guys, that if you're not talking about Damon, if he's not your sole focus, he feels disrespected that you could ever fathom worrying about something else other than him. He wants your full focus, your full attention. And if you don't give it to him, he acts like a wounded animal, not in the sense of a physical wound, but it hurts his psyche as he feels disrespected. Mark, you've been on the end of a Damon Ace disrespect moment he
Yeah.
felt.
Yep.
Is it kind of similar in your mind that he feels disrespected by Marty?
I think Damon just feels disrespected by oxygen, by Earth, by anything that exists. I think Damon has a picture of the world in his mind, and a lot of it comes crashing down on him in his own mind, and he takes that anger out on a lot of other people. We've seen this happen. This is kind of a thing. You get some of these angry people, and they grow up to be these big guys, these big girls, and they just go out and they take care of their own business, and they don't care about anybody, but they play games along the line. And Damon has played games and won almost all of them. Let's put it that way. You got to give the man his props. This is different, though. He's looking for every bit of the Moth. He doesn't want just Marty Casaus. He wants the Moth, the crazy bastard himself. He wants every bit of that in the ring. And we've seen this. This is also a Damon trope. Lucas, you've seen it. We've all seen it. Damon wants you at your best. He has said it. I need to know that I am greater than you at your best. He has said it to Yaden. He has said it to Uric. Now he's saying it to Marty Casaus. He's saying it to everybody. And we've seen him step up to every single plate and hit a home run, whether it was Dustin Uric, whether it was Mercury Yaden, whether it was Ice Williams a few months ago in that great battle that they had. Damon Ace is just out for blood, Lucas. And I think this time he's picked a fair fight. Not that he hasn't in the past, but this is a fight that's, pardon the bowling pun, right up his alley with another guy that's just as crazy as he is. A little bit different way, but this is almost one of your dream matches that you look for in a title match, huh, Lucas?
It's one of those matches that on paper should be just an absolute war. And you're talking about, especially if Damon gets his wish and he gets the Marty the Moth that he's been asking for, the Marty the Moth that we saw at Lucha Underground, that Marty the Moth. That's I mean, we've seen a crazy Marty, but that Marty is something that is unless you've been up close and personal with it, that's a different type of Marty. That's a whole nother crazy that's even hard to wrap your head around unless you've actually witnessed it. That is something that, I think Damon's ready for, but I don't know, man. I'm telling you that if that is the Marty that we get at Milestone, but that's a whole nother level of crazy. I don't know what more to say about it. That's something, Damon. I hope you're prepared. I hope you know what you're getting yourself into, because that's going to be something.
This might be one of the only times that we've ever said something like that too, Lucas. That's a strong statement. Hey, Damon, make sure you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Well, it's
That's
the
a
first
strong
time somebody
statement.
matched his reckless abandonment for physicality. Like when Marty gets that way, we've only seen a brief glimpse of it here, but when he gets that way, he has no concern about his health or well-being, just how much damage he does to you.
All right, we got a comment over there from Manny Cruz. Dustin Uric is my favorite wrestler in RMP wrestling. And we'll be talking about him a little bit later on as well.
Hard to deny that, man. The Vulture's the man.
That's not a bad pick at all. No.
Nope.
All right. First match on the docket here from episode 451. Lucas, I am going to need your help because I did not catch Brandon's last name on the episode. You can clarify.
Brandon Espinoza.
That's what I thought. I wasn't 100% sure.
Yep. He is the leader of Dysfunction. He's a 20-year vet.
Well, he had a match one-on-one with your reigning charge champion, Kaden Koyama.
This is a good
We
match.
might as well start with Coastal because, I mean, every time we get names from the wake that pops up, he's got to go first now. So let him.
I don't have to.
Let him
let him
explode.
No, Brandon Espinoza put up an amazing fight tonight. For there was a few seconds there where I was like, man, this might be the biggest challenge physically that we've seen Kaden Koyama have for this charge title so far. I mean, he was a guy that really dominated the physicality of this match, but Kaden Koyama is on a different level right now, gentlemen. He has gone past 6th gear, 7th gear. He is in the 8th gear. He's hit the nitro. He is on his way to the summit for Milestone to keep defending this charge title. And if you take your eyes off him for 2 seconds, as we saw when, Brandon tried to absolutely blow the back of his head through the front of his head with that hidden blade move that he had there.
Yeah.
Koyama knew it was coming. That's a veteran. That's my XP bar's bigger than yours. I'm gonna duck and then I'm gonna roll you up. And hey, you may have controlled a lot of this match, but you don't control the gold. And Marky Caden still has that gold, and I think he's holding on to it for a very long time.
I agree. I mean, he took a lot of punishment. I'm glad you brought up the XP situation because this was like very equal to each other. Both of them had the veteran card in their pocket. Both of them wrestled a very veteran type match. Espinosa wrestles that old school big guy style. We saw a lot of old school tactics, just some forearms to the lower back, just basic stomps, but with all the stank on it from a big guy that he had to put. Koyama obviously had the quickness, so we have that classic battle of the power versus the quickness. And it was the quickness that won out in the end. You know, Koyama taking a lot of punishment in this match. Again, those forearms to the back of the head. He really tried to put the back of his brain to the front of his mind and let him know what was really going on in the ring. But Koyama outlasted it, and that gets that quick roll up at the end, and that is Koyama just knowing how to win. You don't get paid by the hour when you're the champ. You keep the belt by winning matches and facing the best competition and continuing to move forward. And Lucas, that's a three-peat for Caden Koyama getting dysfunction. He had Chris Exodus last week, Jody Ultra this past week on Ignition, which wicked pisser that Ignition is back. He gets the win over Jody Ultra and on Ignition, and then tonight gets the win over Brandon Espinosa. I'm telling you, JK Pop and Caden Koyama flying real high right now. The confidence has to be higher in his belly than it has been in years. Even being tag team champion with Johnny was one thing. Doing it on his own, because brother's very rarely out there with him. So the guy's just flying high right now. You have to see it being there. Tell us a little about how Koyama's been lately. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Koyama's confidence is at an all-time high. You can just feel that he is he's in a groove. You know, he's feeling it when he's when he gets to the ring. You know, even as he's coming out from the back, you can just feel the confidence just ooze out of him. And when he gets in that ring, you just see how fluid everything is and how easily everything's clicking. He's been quite possibly this year's most consistent wrestler, as just week in and week out, having just a great match after great match and win after win after win. You know, I know that we're, you know, still 6 months away from the Peak Awards, but he's an early front runner for Wrestler of the Year already, man.
Yes,
I'm telling you,
he's thinking the same thing earlier tonight. I'm glad you brought that up.
So yeah, so far it's been great. Going to have another title defense coming up at Milestone for the pre-show. If you guys have been following us on social media, a huge match was announced at the Mile High Flea Market, and we're going to get Anaya coming back, the wild card Anaya. He's going to challenge Caden Koyama for that Charge Championship. That was announced on our social media pages. Yeah, that's going to be an awesome match. That's going to be the main event of your Milestone pre-show.
That's going to be an outstanding match. It was good to see Anaya on Ignition this past week. He had a match with Mick Diamond, and he still looks great, moving around like it was still 10 years ago, like we're watching on the rewind right now. Nah, he looks great. Good to see him back. Changes a lot of things.
Yeah, Kane's going to have some tough competition for the Peak Awards this year. I mean, Damon Ace right now is on a 2-year in a row run for the Wrestler of the Year category. So it's going to be a tall task. But if he keeps on going, that's what I'm saying. If he keeps it up, he's going to have a legit gripe. But also, Damon Ace is probably going to have to get knocked off a peg or two at some point, which God only knows if that's going to happen. So,
they say the moth flies towards the flame, and nobody's been hotter than Damon Ace. So
it'll be interesting.
We'll get that. Yep.
All right, moving on. We did find out from D'Lo that Briscoe Crown and Jason Knoll are entrants in this year's Colorado Cup. One of a few entries confirmed in this episode. So going past that, I guess when no authority is around, Damon Ace is just making matches now. I guess.
He just had an idea. He's trying to motivate Johnny, get him and maybe get him more title shots. And I don't think it's a
Good
bad idea. I think
idea.
it's a great idea.
I'm with you, dude. I don't agree with Damon Ace very much, but in this situation, I'm here for this one. Yeah. I'm here for this one. We're gonna find out later that Orin Vite put a little bit of salt in the wound.
Oh, we
of the
can say it
situation. We're gonna
now.
talk about that.
We can say it now.
Well, if you want to go over that, yeah, Orin Vite decided to jump in front of a camera and decide to let people know that this was going to be a street fight for the NRW champ, which I
number one
honestly believe is
contendership for the NRW
for the number
champion.
one contendership.
Yes.
It's appropriate to get in the title. There should be some kind of stipulation match. It's right up Orin Vite's alley. He was the number one contender before
Still technically is.
Johnny.
I think it's a mistake on his
agree.
side. I think it's a mistake on his side because street fights are no disqualification, and Johnny has friends, and Orin has no friends.
Johnny has more
Anyway,
friends
That is
now, apparently.
extremely true. He has no friends. Right
No,
now.
that's not true. That's not true. Orin Vite does have a friend.
Who, the prosecutor?
Who?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Enrique Calderon.
yeah,
What?
that one. Yep.
Ah, I was actually
Yeah.
just being sarcastically facetious, but I guess you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And Enrique is
I didn't
very and Enrique is
I'm
very
impressed.
credible. A very credible ally for Orin. So go ahead, Lucas.
And Preston too. Preston. There's still
yeah,
a little
there's
bit
still
of
a relationship there, I guess.
Yeah, they never went sour. I guess that whole thing just kind of your way, my way kind of thing.
He probably got FedExed his release papers from our office.
All right. Let's move on here. We got a huge tag team match with these two teams. We had the Torture Souls featuring Jason Bravo and Montvito going up against Chopper City. And Chopper City comes out on top here, and now we know who the number one contenders are for the tag team championships.
A lot of big implications were going into this match. This is a statement match. Chopper City's been on a winning trend, so haven't the Souls. So this is a big decision maker, and don't think that somewhere Pretty City Express wasn't watching Charged earlier tonight to see what was going on. This was a big match. But Chopper City ends up coming up with the win. Atiba proving that he is the 1.1 of number one hot tags in the world in this match. Boss took a lot of punishment. Once the Souls started isolating him in the corner, Vito and Bravo worked surprisingly very, very well together. Some people would say surprisingly, some people not. I'm still very surprised that this is working as well as it is for Vito and Bravo. They seem to be two very similar personality guys, and a lot of times that clashes, but somehow it's melding in with here. And then you add in that human violence machine that is Kevin Koa, and they are a formidable, very credible threat. But to Chopper City, it's another night in between the ropes. They take care of their business. They take the punishment, but then Atiba just takes care of business. The big Dragon's Fang, and we see the flapjack to Jason Bravo with no maple syrup, just for added insult. 1, 2, 3, and Chopper City going all the way to Milestone. This is what we wanted to see, Coastal. This is what we've been hoping for. See Chopper City against Pretty City Express, the premier tag teams in Rocky Mountain Pro right now, going to the biggest show to battle for the biggest title. Coastal, you have to be in tag team heaven right now. I know you're sidetracked a little bit with all this like wakey bakey stuff, but at the same point in time, in tag team land, this is somewhere over the rainbow.
It really is, and I'm very excited for this tag team match for a number of reasons. You have the absolute top tier of Rocky Mountain Pro tag teams going against each other. No offense to anybody else in the division, but Chopper City has been your champion up until Pretty City Express went on this run. They were the most dominant tag team, and if I remember right, they defended and wrestled a whole lot more than Pretty City Express has. I think they're ducking right now. I think they understand that they've shown
They're trying to save wrestling, Coastal.
Well, you can't save something that's not, needing to be saved, because right now I've never seen the tag team division in better shape, and they're trying to fix something that's not broken. What's broken is that they've shown everything they have, and they now know they can't hide behind. They're going to be ready for the ref distractions. You're going to be ready for the double teams. Atiba's going to keep that head on his shoulders because Bossy, as we saw tonight, was like, hey, I can take all the punishment. Don't worry about me. Don't put yourself in a situation that's going to let them get an advantage. And that is what they're going to outdo Pretty City Express in the mental department. I know most of the time when we talk about Chopper City, we're talking about partying, chopping, and winning. And I think all three of those things are going to happen at Milestone, Lucas. And I think we're going to have new tag team champions.
They're certainly on a roll. There's no doubt about that. I have the utmost faith of Choppa City, but there's a part of me also that never wants to count out Pretty City Express because those two are so intelligent. They're going to be ready. They're going to have a game plan. They're going to have a way to slow down the momentum, the pace, and everything that Choppa City brings. So we're going to see kind of the irresistible force meets the immovable object in tag team wrestling right now, because that's kind of what it is.
Accurate.
That's you've got Choppa City on an absolute roll, but Pretty City, man, they always have a plan. They always know how to weather the storm. We've seen that. So this is going to be there's going to be a dream match for you, Coastal. You're gonna be loving every second of this match coming Milestone.
Milestone shaping up to be a wonderful evening.
All right, look. Oh, actually, before we go on to Lucas here, before we go on to Lucas, why are you laughing? Oh, how come Lucas doesn't
Talking
introduce?
about the comment.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I've only brought up
I
his
thought we got
credentials.
past that.
No,
I thought we were past
well,
that.
I mean, I brought it up for like every now and then for like the past like year. To be fair.
Yeah, but it's been like months. I thought we were past that. I thought Lucas was like grandfathered in or something.
There's no such thing. You got to be certified.
Yeah, there is. Sure, there is. He's the #1 journalist. We can grandfather that.
Well,
How not?
we can, but I don't know if our RMP can. That's the thing.
Are we on RMP's channels right now? Then we grandfathered him in. We can't do that.
Anyways,
Does that not work?
there's also one bit of
You're in
info.
anyways.
There's only
You're in
one.
anyways.
Shut up. There's only one bit of info that we forgot, which was before this tag team match. There was another match officially announced, and that was Remy D versus Kevin Koa. And
yes,
God forbid, if Remy D loses this match against Kevin next Friday, Remy D joins the Tortured Souls. How do we feel about that?
I don't know. This is not unprecedented, but this is highly undesirable for Remy D. Like, the odds are already not in his favor. With as long as the Souls are at ringside, the odds are not in his favor at all. And that's one of the biggest things that the Souls have always used is the odds and the numbers game in their favor in this idea. But for Remy to be forced into joining the Souls, I don't think that's going to work as good as Jason Bravo might be thinking it could.
I mean, what better way to bolster your ranks, though?
If you get a willing Remy, maybe. Coastal, what do you think about this? This is really off-putting to me because we've seen Remy be his own man for this long and not take this garbage from anybody. You think he's going to get forced to join the Souls and actually do Bravo's bidding?
No, because if Remy D didn't need any further motivation, as we've seen in the promos from week to week, this is a different Remy D. This is a Remy D that will not be stopped until he reaches the mountaintop, and that's exactly what Kevin Koa, as tough as he is, and as many stipulations that he's not joining the Tortured Souls because he's going to put down the Tortured Souls. I don't think they understand what's coming, Lucas. I don't think they understand that it's no longer going to be the flamboyance. It's going to be walk in the ring, take care of business, leave ring winner for Remy D.
Yeah, we don't even know what Remy's even going to look like going into the Milestone here. It's been a while since we've seen him.
Me, Rocky Mountain Pro journalist CMS, to give you guys a little bit of the journalist perspective of this. And what have we noticed about Remy lately? What have we noticed? Kind of this going back to a little bit darker side, right? What are the tortured souls all about? They're about, kind of, they've got a dark side to them. They're very, they feel that they've been done wrong. What has Remy's thing always been? Is that, especially this past year or so, about everybody who's done him wrong, right? And what better group to kind of relate to? I know he's had issues, but all I'm saying is yes, we love Remy. We all love Remy, but this more darker side of Remy would almost fit in just like a glove with the tortured souls. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to lose this match, because I think that he's had the tortured souls number. We've seen he's had the odds stacked up against him, and he's been able to overcome it every single time. I think he's practically undefeated against the tortured souls. But he hasn't had a one-on-one matchup with Kevin Koa, who Kevin Koa has been the dominant member of the tortured souls since he joined the group, and he's been a force. So Remy hasn't been up against this Kevin Koa, so it's a possibility. Don't discount it out, is all I'm saying.
Well, let's say it even does work. Here's the reason why it won't work, because Remy's not going to be led by anybody. Remy is his own man. He's on his own path now, and we all know that Captain T-shirt Jason Bravo isn't giving up the leadership role of that group anytime soon.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he came down in 2 T-shirts tonight. What an ass!
I can't believe his T-shirt's more over than
Sponsored by Cotton.
I don't know. I agree. I like Coastal's point on that one. Is that, yes, Lucas, you bring up some very good points, that they are very fractured upstairs, and there's
Lucas,
a lot
you
of
can go
things
ahead and
missing.
read the chat, by the way. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah,
Reading it
well,
on,
well,
reading it on.
Yaden's giving him the business hardcore. Yeah. But I think Coastal said it the best. Remy D's been his own man. And even when the D-Lo thing was going on, you could always tell that there was some element to it that Remy wasn't going to be second. And there was respect there for D-Lo, but even then it got to a point where Remy could not be second. He's not going to stay behind a guy that he's beaten in a ring and take orders from him. I find that to be very hard to believe. I got a funny feeling Remy is going to fight with all of his life. We've seen him in these moments against Sledge back in the day for the charge title, against Curtis Cole, same situation. So we're looking at a lot of things here, and we've seen Remy come up big when all the cards and all the chips are on the table. When somebody goes all in, Remy has a way of catching that ace on the river. And I don't think that there's a future in sight where Jason Bravo was telling Remy D what to do. I really do not. I hope to God I'm right. We'll find out in 8 days, won't we?
Yeah.
All right, Lucas, your turn, Mr. CMS over here. You had your moment in the sun with Izzy O'Reilly that was kindly interrupted by a special 2 Dame James, who was a special guest on the show last week, by the way.
Oh my God, he had 9 rascals before he was walking down the street. He must have had 9 rascals. I love seeing 2 Dame all hyped up, man. That was good stuff out there.
Yeah, 2 Dame hyped up, got Izzy hyped up. She was, getting a little nervous about her match because this was a big opportunity for her, but she I think 2 Dame kind of got her livened up a little bit. She went into that match. Hey, she damn near pulled it off in that match as well, guys. We'll talk about that. But yeah, 2 Dame coming out, have some things to say, had some already laying down the gauntlet, as you guys talked about earlier on in the show, for the tortured souls, man. He's not messing around. He wants all that smoke. And obviously, Kevin Koa, they got a big match coming up at Milestone against Remy, but Jason Bravo, Montvito, could be anyone. So 2 Dame wanting it, and I love seeing Two Dame like this. That's the
Yeah.
Two Dame that I like to see. I like seeing the very energetic, the motivated, the confidence of Two Dame. That's what we like to see. And he's putting himself in the Colorado Cup. That's a great opportunity for him as well. We've already got some. Hey, already it looks like the Colorado Cup's going to be loaded with talent this year, so that's great. So yeah, had that big interview, and then later on, I had another interview that was a little more awkward.
A little stinkier too.
Yeah, a little stinkier.
All
I
right.
blame Kevin for that.
We also had another entry into the cup. Lord Mitchell Taylor has officially entered his name into the hat. And we did get a very, very interesting minute or so with Turbo Scoops.
Oh my God!
Who had
did you hear what he said?
Who had the line of the night?
The Diddy City Express. Yep.
So they are away. They're currently training. They're building chemistry together. But that zinger right there at the end was
That was good. But I gotta say though, after all the months of the two of them being like the odd couple, right? I don't want to tag with you. I don't like you. Okay, I like you. Wait, we lost. I don't like you. All of a sudden, they are peanut butter and jelly together. You notice this? They're on the same page. They're in the same workout regimen. They finish in each other's sentences all of a sudden. This thing just gelled into something that got a lot better. We've known what both of these guys can do. We've seen them tagging. They're pretty good. But now the chemistry has upped itself. Like the XP and the chemistry has upped 5-6 levels. This could be something dangerous coming out of Milestone. Chopper City, look out. Pretty City Express, look out. There's a whole bunch of cease and desist, look out. I got a funny feeling we're going to be hearing a lot from Turbo Scoops in the second half of this year, going into Milestone 16 season coming up in just a few short weeks.
Yeah, I think Turbo Scoop saw that it was very crowded at the top of that tag team division right now, where you have Pretty City Express, Chopper City, Cease and Desist, this Southside, Hustle. And they're like, you know what? We got time. Let's step back. Let's, harden our craft. We're going to train together. And they're starting to do that. And when you can do that, when you can understand what your tag team partner wants you to do without even having to say it to them, just knowing, it makes you that much quicker, that much crisper. You're on another level, and it gives you that much more of a boost over other tag teams. So I absolutely see them as a very big threat in the tag division coming into Milestone and out of Milestone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Turbo Scoops, they're entertaining as well. The guys that they bring energy, even in interviews. Gotta love their little workout regimen, and it's just they're entertaining. The line about the Diddy, just unbelievable. I always knew.
Marky, you started, by the way.
I didn't start
yes,
this
you
at
did.
all. I
yes,
just
you
pointed
did.
out what I saw. I pointed out what I saw.
You saw.
If Coastal can get away with it, if Coastal can get away with it for 4 years, I can get away with it about one tag team with one comment. All right.
Don't be
I didn't
baby
even
oil
swear.
water.
I didn't even swear.
I'm not saying you swore.
I know. You know how hard it is not to?
Tell me about it.
Yes, we're from New England. We
Wicked
understand.
hard. Oh my God, it's wicked hard. It's about as hard as Two Dame was hitting the Rascals. I gotta get me some. I gotta try some of that stuff. I gotta get a case shipped
Queen put the link in the Twitch chat. Maybe she can put it up
saw
again.
that. I saw that earlier.
Moving on. Oh God, here we go. Cookie Wright going up against Dustin Urich in a
It
one
had to happen, bro. You knew it was happening.
1-on-1, or technically 1-on-4.
Yeah.
All right, Coastal, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to start this one.
No.
You go right ahead, young man.
Go right
I
ahead.
give Cookie Wright all the credit in the world. He took it to Dustin for a lot of it, but
Did you see
Dustin
how fast he
showed
just went? Did you see? Did you see
I'm
the
excited.
tempo?
I'm really excited.
You can see the vein popping out of his temple. He's so happy.
No, it
Look,
was
like
really-
his heart's pumping.
It's a really, really good match. I mean, Cookie Wright showed he steps up and he can step up to anybody in this company. I really feel that, even though the company he keeps is questionable at best. And that company rears its head here because for as much as Cookie was in control for most of this match, Dustin is Dustin for a reason. He is the longest reigning RMP champion. He understands that it just takes, 1 second, one move, and he gets the advantage and he goes up for that dud. And then Eric Reyes has to insert himself as the law office calls objections. That's what I'm calling them from now on. They're not outside interference. It's an objection, and they ruin the whole thing. And it was a blessing in disguise, guys, because the enemy of my enemy becomes my friend. And it was just like old times. I feel like JK Pop had some nostalgia as they go out and they wanted to beat the hell out of Cease and Desist. And it just so happened that Dustin Urich was the one on the receiving end at that point. So I think we got some good kindling here, guys. I think in that match, I'm so excited for Milestone. It's going to be like old times. It's happening. I feel it.
Stop.
I feel it.
Or is it a coincidence of happenstance that the law office is trying to scout Damon Ace?
It's
As
destiny.
we saw on Ignition the other night, they interfered at the end of that match and they beat down Dustin Urich and they beat him to a pulp. And then they even yoinked him out of the ring and took him backstage. They didn't even let him walk himself to the back. They interfered. They trashed that whole match. Wouldn't it make sense that Urich wants a piece of those guys? He starts right with Cookie Wright, right with the power of cease and desist. And then the whole law office comes out. Who else right now in Rocky Mountain Pro wants a piece of the law office more than JK Pop? I'm telling you, is it a coincidence of happenstance? I understand that this is everything you've been waiting for years. I get it. But this is a different year. It's a different time. These are different circumstances, Coastal. This is a totally different atmosphere right now where these guys have common cause. Even though we've heard Casanova and Koyama both said they had no beef with these guys. They walked away. They did their thing. And they're proving it now. It's not working so good with Damon Ace. Damon Ace is only provoking Johnny and Caden anytime he can.
Motivating.
I think Dustin Urich, that's maybe what ups the price of gas in your life. But for the rest of us, it's kind of one of these things that really just needed to happen to get rid of a common problem. Right now, the law office is a gigantic problem in Rocky Mountain Pro, unless you're in the law office. I know Preston's going to say, what are you talking about? Well, you have a firsthand
we got Reyes in YouTube also.
Of what you're doing.
Spewing.
Right. Oh, there's another perpetrator of what we got going on over here. No, they're sticking their hands in where they don't belong. They're objecting, like you say all the time, Coastal. And this is something that Lucas, I think, needs to happen. This is the old school versus the new school. The kids are going up and trying to pick fights with the Lions that have been in charge for a long time. It's time for the Lions to put down the little cubs and let them know that the Lions are still in charge for a lot longer than what Preston Skidmore wants to let them know what they could do if they try hard. The boys know what they're doing.
You nailed it, Maki. You nailed it because
thank you.
It is.
Thank
It's happenstance. It just happens to be that there's a common cause here. Listen, everybody involved, JK Pop, Dustin Urich, they've all matured. They all know that, hey, a group of them is not going to work. They tried it. It ran its course. They know that, but they know that they've already addressed it. They've said it. You can't live on this dream anymore, Coastal. They know it's a dream. You gotta let it go. It's not gonna happen. They're just doing it because it's what's the best for both sides here. And they're going to take care of the problem, and then they're going to go on with their careers doing their own thing, because that's what is best for all parties involved. I know for Caden we just talked about Caden is on an absolute roll. Why would he want to break up any kind of momentum or disrupt anything by getting the band back together? That just wouldn't make any damn sense. So let's just stop with the nonsense and let's enjoy this 6-man tag that we're going to see at Milestone. It's going to be glorious because Law Office is going to get their butts whooped, and
Yeah.
that's and then we can move on after that.
You say happenstance, I say destiny.
Oh Jesus!
Stars are aligning.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh.
Boys, listen
Oh.
up. We actually have a couple takers here. We have Eric Reyes that says, I want in on next episode. And then we got Bruce Wayne saying, I want in on next episode.
Hey boys, how we doing?
So,
Since Reyes couldn't keep his hands to himself, I think he should go to the corner and wait. I would much rather have the final boss on the show talking about what he wants to go in and get done over here at Milestone. I don't know if you guys want to talk to Eric Reyes or not. Seems like Eric Reyes does a lot of his talking from the outside, but
Yeah.
No, you know what? I want to talk to Eric Grace because he's had something to say to me every time we see each other in back. He's always got some gestures for me. It's inappropriate stuff. Always saying something. I would love to have him on and love to let him talk, and we'll give him the tough questions.
I like that. Okay. I can absolutely default to Lucas's 100% need to crush this kid because he deserves it at the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Cease and desist. Deserve it.
all right. Well, I mean,
Crush and do.
technically, we could have both of them on at the same time. I mean, I know there's nothing
Well, that
going
sounds
on
entertaining as
Sunday.
hell.
I mean, I know RMP doesn't have a lot going on Sunday, I do believe. So, we are doing the rewind. So,
Yeah, absolutely. We just finished Milestones, so
yeah, Marky, you missed that one. That's unfortunate.
It was
No,
amazing.
I'm going to go back and watch it myself, like on YouTube at my house and check it out. We've been, the build has been really good. We've been watching it every Sunday night. And I'm sorry I wasn't here. I was up north with my wife at a bowling tournament in New Brunswick. So couldn't make it. But I'll have a lot to say about it on Sunday. I'll have it watched by Sunday. So we could talk a little bit. Have you already watched the whole thing, or is there another part to it?
Nope.
Whole thing.
Holding.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, Brucey, I know you have Discord. I know you're still in the server. Reyes, you need to create a Discord account if you're going to come on Sunday. So do that and then hit me up and we'll go from there.
Yeah,
Or-
we do the show
or-
on Microsoft
or-
Teams.
Or, I'm sorry, Preston can come talk to me and have a negotiation about contract disputes.
Yeah, there's 5-week project.
I was gonna say, didn't it take like 2 months to get Preston on the show last time? It took forever. Emails, phone calls, unanswered voicemails, everything.
A couple of those lines were disconnected. That doesn't sound good.
Send you a location,
You want GPS tag?
I guess. Just shoot me a DM in the Slack group, or have Preston do it and negotiate from there. I don't know how this is gonna go, but we'll figure it out.
Good luck, Johnny.
Yeah. We went over that already. Yeah, main event time. Triple threat for the #1 contendership for the Locust championship at Milestone 15 between Izzy O'Reilly, Punkin Morgan, and Lola Yara.
Love Lola coming out with the gloves and the mask. That seems very appropriate after what we saw earlier. When you found Punkin out there, Lucas, she was sitting out in the trash, talking trash, acting like trash. Just kind of being trashy out in the trash. Total
Trash
package
is
of trash.
yeah,
Right,
trash is
I got
trash.
it. All right. It really kind of is. I love how you ended it with that because it really kind of is. And Punkin goes right to work. Just right to work on Izzy. They teamed up real quick against Lola, but then Punkin just went right to work on Izzy. Lola comes in and takes over, goes right to work on Izzy. Izzy took a beating in the first part of this match, pulling her hair. Punkin gives Lola the pit of doom. Like there's hair pulling. I swear to God, there was a half a pound of hair on the mat when the match was over. There was just all kinds of stuff. Punkin goes for trashy. Lola takes care of that mess. And then Izzy hits this like dragon DDT. It's like dragon sleeper, this modified DDT that was awesome out of nowhere. Punkin's out. And then Lola comes in for the miraculous last second Peruvian Sunbelt armbar, breaks her arm. maybe not broke it, but definitely got Izzy to tap. And Lola, last second, right place. I'm going to call it last second Lola, because that's how we've seen a lot of these matches end, being in the right place at the right time, just after being destroyed for a lot of it. Don't get me wrong, there were a few moments out there, but Lola did not have many of the high notes in this match. Pumpkin had a lot of the high notes in this match until she got dumped out of the ring and she landed really hard on her back. Izzy got trashed out for a while there, got destroyed. Lola gets the win. So she's still the number one contender, Coastal. She kind of was going in. She went in, defended it, come out with the number one contendership. Her and Mo have the big face-off. We've seen it before. We are going to see it again. We are going to see Lola. We are going to see Mo for that Lockett's title at Milestone, the biggest stage of the year. We've said it before. This is the ultimo question. What does Lola have to do to win the big one?
Before you get into that,
Yes.
Reyes, it will not be a law office takeover. We ain't dealing with that. We ain't dealing with people hijacking the show again. We will
We
not.
did that.
We
already did that.
I will
kid.
not tolerate that
No.
whatsoever. You
No.
guys
Security's
have
much better now.
you
Much
guys
better.
you guys own that part of the world in between the ropes and whatever. Yeah, all the power to you. Not this realm. Nope, this is my realm. There ain't gonna be no takeover.
Nope.
You're a
Nope.
guest. Go ahead, Coast. I'm sorry.
So getting back to what does Lola need to do? Lola needs to. She's gonna win the big one, and I don't know how she gets there, but she has to on this one. This is Milestone. This is the culmination of, as Preston would call it, the longest reigning number one contender in Rocky Mountain Pro history, and she's had title shots even way back when we first started watching. One of the first matches we ever went over was a backpack match with her and Rochelle for the Lockett's title.
I remember that. Yeah.
It's been a long time. In my mind, yes, Mo is the champion, but she has less to lose than Lola. Lola can't lose this because this destroys any. This would be like 0 for 6. And Lucas, you at some point, it stops being credible that you are a contender if you can never close.
Yeah, I've been actually pumping up Lola for a long time. Not only saying that she's the longest reigning number one contender, but saying that I believe she's the greatest Lockett to have never won a title. If you're going to be in the conversation for greatest Lockett, you need to have a title. So
Yes.
so that needs to change, because you start getting yourself out of that conversation. And I think at this point in Lola's career, she is going to care about her legacy. She has been absolutely awesome. I will not take anything away from her. Lola has been awesome, but you need to win a title if you're going to be up in that upper echelon when we're talking about 5 years from now, who the greatest Lockettes were, who the greatest tag teams were in Rocky Mountain Pro history. If you want to be in that conversation, you have to have titles. You have to have either multiple title reigns or long title reigns, and that's what Lola needs to do. She's going to have to figure out what the secret formula is to knock off Mo. I think she can do it, but it just seems like there's always something that when she gets to that point and it looks like she's going to be champion, something happens, and now she's got to get over that hump. We will see if she can do it. I believe in both of these Lockettes. Big Daddy Mo has been great as Rocky Mountain Pro champion, and she has that heart of a champion. But there's something about Lola that I feel that she is championship material, but now she needs to prove it.
Oh, Lucas, I think somebody had a conversation with a certain lawyer on you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Preston, nobody lost his credentials. Where's your bar license, by the way, Preston?
Yeah, let's see your bar license, sir.
Can we see that?
Yeah.
Can we see that?
What law school did you go to again, Preston? Remind me.
What's the matter, you? That's where he went.
Yeah.
Hollywood Law School, just like Hollywood Medical School, Dr. Nick.
Hollywood Law School.
What happened to
Preston.
your journalistic pride, Lucas?
Journalistic pride. What is he talking about? Was I not just a fair and balanced analyst there? Was I not just saying exactly what it is? I was not being biased whatsoever. I was giving out both sides, what a good journalist does.
When someone answers a question with a question, they're not being honest.
See what I deal with here. See what I put up with on a regular basis.
Hey, this is.
I
am leaving you the floor right now. Before I start pushing milestone and ignition and all that stuff, and you start pushing the live and all that, I'm gonna give you the floor because you just got called out randomly. So go right ahead, sir.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying this is what I deal with. But this is the guy that gets upset when I don't interview him, and then when I try to interview him, then he says he's busy. He is such he's a two-faced lawyer, and so we can't take anything he says credible. So there you go.
Marky's face just lit up like a Christmas tree. What happened?
Look in Twitch chat. Look who's here.
Oh, look at that. Noelle.
Noelle Summit.
Oh, we saw her tonight, by the way. Yes, we did.
Yeah, she was on OVW television, baby.
Yeah, she was.
That is outstanding.
Very awesome.
But then she comes in here yelling at you. What do you?
Look at
Noelle.
shame.
You shame. You shame the man. How you gonna shame the man?
Hey, I know Preston's in the server. If there's a reason why you're coming after our man Lucas over here, you might as well pop on and say your piece.
Yeah, I wonder what's Noelle's issue. I was the one that was going after the law office when they were the ones who basically ended her Rocky Mountain Pro career.
Fact.
So all of a sudden now
It was an injury, to be fair, but
well, yeah, that was caused by Lola, right?
But
And that was
right.
and was directed by Preston.
But she still has a career though. Her career didn't end.
I know, but her her time in Rocky Mountain Pro, I think, ended a little quicker than she would have liked. And now she moved on, and now she's doing great. It's great seeing her. I'm not sure exactly what her issue is with me, but shame on me, I guess.
I don't know if she's has an issue with you. I think she's on the Yaden train right now. I think they're
Yaden is her issue might be that you have yet to answer the initial question.
He calls him Lucas Filibuster Bradwell.
Oh boy. Technically, you still didn't answer the question. I mean,
what question? My stupid freaking credentials. Are we still on this crap?
Well, Preston asked the question, not Yaden. I know Yaden asked it first, but Preston followed suit, and he's a lawyer supposedly. So that's something that I'm staying out of because for some reason he's fishing for some type of legal issue of some sort.
So wait, what was the general question here?
Where
are Lucas's credentials?
Yes, that was the initial question, like at the beginning of the show. Like we're talking like about an hour ago.
No, right, because Noelle is I think she's getting mad somewhere wherever she is in the Shadow Realm. And I don't think we want to look, remember the last time we seen Noelle makes things happen and people, like stuff happens around Noelle. Like
we're not banning the word credentials. It's not the time for that. It's not the time to ban that word
on this show. Lucas, would you be able to provide credentials on Sunday night?
This Sunday.
You want credentials?
I mean,
can you provide credentials
technically
on Sunday night when we do the rewind?
Technically, it'd be perfect time because we will have a part of the law office here on Sunday, supposedly. So, I mean, it might be a perfect time.
You guys want to see the damn credentials. All right.
That's what they're asking. The people are asking. The rascals are all asking for these credentials. By rascals, I mean Yaden. Yaden Preston. But You catch the drift. People want to see it, and I've also kind of hint at the I've also kind of hint at the credentials thing too from time to time. We went over that at the beginning of the show as well.
Yeah. So,
Although I wasn't expecting
performance
this,
has
but-
performance has absolutely nothing to do with it. You know, who's the one everyone comes to when they need breaking news, huh? Who's the one that everyone comes to when they have to when they want
Slade
something
is still in the
to-
background, man.
she is not in the
Stop.
background. She's running off.
Stop.
She's running off with Enrique after she already kicked him in the balls.
Prosecutor, I mean Enrique.
I mean, she's still doing a couple stories from time to time, man. She's just waiting to pounce. What if she actually has credentials, Lucas?
Stop it. That actually, you know what? I'm sorry. No, that is actually a good question. I'm sorry. No, I have. What if Slade does? You need to produce credentials before she does.
All right.
At this point,
Yeah.
the world we're living in right now is if you like say it louder than anybody else does first, that's kind of the bench line. So that's kind of the way things have been. So all you need to do is produce credentials first, and we just get this whole thing behind us. This whole thing.
So Sunday?
He seems the new GM of Ignition.
Yeah, Sunday.
We'll get her on the credentials case.
Yeah. We got Jason Yaden.
Yep.
The GM of Ignition. That's amazing.
I know, stealing my thunder.
I love
I was going to mention that when I was pushing Ignition, but that's okay. God damn it, guys. You guys are doing the show for me. Might as well just go to bed now.
Okay.
I'm getting tired. It's been a long day.
Yeah, so Lucas, before we wrap everything up here, can we officially expect you to produce credentials on Sunday?
You'll get your damn credentials.
Okay. There you go. Gonna hold you to it, man.
All right.
And I believe we will have at least Eric Reyes on. And I mean, I can't really leave out Bruce Wayne's either on Sunday. So if Brucey wants to hop on for a little bit, he's more than welcome to. I mean, we are doing the rewind. We just got done milestone 5. So perfect night to chill, talk a little bit, maybe get to know a little bit about Eric Reyes, I guess, as long as there's no contract issue that I have to sign or anything like that. And
Now Yaden's just doing Yaden things in the chat. No, listen, Sunday, they will be here in front of your face for all to see. For all to see. Journalistic credentials. They will not be damn credentials. We have no idea how to build hydroelectric walls for power. We don't know how to do that. That's for engineers and beavers to do stuff like that.
We do have a lot of damn questions, and we get a lot of damn answers.
That's right.
well, tonight was a lot of questions and not a lot of answers whatsoever. It was just question after question, technically.
And it felt like
I'm supposed to be the one asking questions, not everyone else.
Well, I mean, kind of brought this up like 6 months ago.
And I thought by now that I've proven myself.
I
but
didn't bring
guess
it up
not.
tonight, Lucas. I've been leaning off the credential thing for a couple months now.
Yeah, I know.
It's been
I
that
know.
long. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, and we also need to come up with a concoction or some type of medicinal thing for Coastal to kind of cure the wake disease after Milestone. So
there's no disease. It's just it's joyous to see. Just believe. If you believe, it will happen. Destiny.
okay,
What if
All
I
right.
believe I don't want it to happen?
Don't be negative, Mark.
if it happens, you realize the next 6 months to a year is going to be hell till Milestone 16. So
Yep.
Buy in to history. It repeats itself. It is joyous.
okay.
Noel, we are not ignoring you. We are not ignoring. We just don't have much time left in the show. We will have it on Sunday. We will
No, I
have
don't
it
have an.
for
I don't have any issues with women journalists whatsoever. Slade is not a journalist. She
We
came.
don't know that because nobody has asked for credentials from Slade yet because she just came in. If Matt goes up to her next episode and it's like, "Hey, Slade, we appreciate what you do. Just to be on the safe side, do you have your credentials?" And if she shows them, then that kind of puts you in a rough spot. That means Kevin's gonna have a new buddy.
Y'all put me in a bad mood.
No, it's everybody out here like raising the price of gas with every comment in the Twitch chat. I'm watching Twitch right here.
Do you think
The gas
Slade
light is strong.
isn't
Gas
a
is like
journalist
over
because
$3.50 a
she's a
gallon now.
woman?
I didn't say that.
He didn't. That's true.
Slade has shown the same amount of credentials that you have.
Exactly, but
It's true.
who gets most stories? Who breaks the most news? This guy.
That is by far that guy.
Besides Punk and Morgan tonight, when was the last interview or last breaking news story that you broke without it being interrupted or just not happening?
Well, it ain't my fault that people see, and that's the other thing. Yeah, if they want to interrupt, that means they want to get interviewed by me.
Oh, folks, we're
So
poking the bear now. Here we go.
You are. You are.
Oh, boy. All right. We'll save it for Sunday. Milestone 15 next Friday. Obviously, pre-show's an hour early at 6 p.m. Mountain Now time. Right, Lucas?
Yes.
Okay.
He said yes. Just yes.
Yeah.
You will get the
Just gonna
Colorado.
get fined.
You will get the Colorado Cup, plus the main event, which we just found out. And if you are following RMP on the socials, there will be a Naya going up against Kaden Koyama for the Charge Championship to main event that pre-show. And then in order to watch the pay-per-view, Milestone 15 live next Friday, you have to be a member of the Tier 3 variety, which is $9.99. Not only do you get all that, you get all the past pay-per-views, you get all the Charge episodes, you get all the Ignition episodes, you get all the Dudes and Belts episodes, yada, yada, yada. You get the whole kit and caboodle with that Tier 3. Tier 2, you will get Milestone 15 about a week afterwards. And then Tier 1, you won't be able to watch the pay-per-view, but you will get Charged, Ignition, and the Dudes and Belts. I think it's $199, and it's just a thank you for supporting us. Greatly appreciate you. Ignition has come back. We all saw. Basically the same time as Charge. 7 p.m. Mountain Now time, which is 9 p.m. over on the East Coast, every Tuesday. So every Tuesday from now until forever, hopefully, Ignition will be Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Mountain Now time, and Charge, as always, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Now time. Again, that's 9 p.m. over on the East Coast. And once again, folks, like I say, every time, wherever you are around the country, just do the math. You got phones, you got Google, you got AI, you got all that good stuff. Figure it out. And, yeah. And then we have the rewind on Sundays. At 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 7 p.m. again over the mountain regions. So the times stay
Yeah,
consistent.
we do the 9 and 7 a lot.
Yes, we do.
A lot of 9s and 7s. We like odd numbers. We're odd guys. So the odd number thing.
Oh, yes. The question that I've been waiting for is Reignited coming back? I don't know. No idea.
Yep.
Just going to have to tune in and find out. Follow all the socials. You never know. But until then, at least for the foreseeable future. Not right now. Will it happen again? Just gonna have to tune in and find out.
Maybe.
All right. Anything else, Lucas? Did I miss anything? I believe there is a live show this weekend. I think it's Saturday.
Yes. And where's it at?
Yes.
Ramiro.
I don't
Rome,
know.
there
That's,
you go.
well,
I'm
I'm
quizzing you.
2,000 miles away, man.
It was on the commercial during the show of the live event dates.
Oh, that's true.
Write that stuff down.
Yeah, that's true.
Write it down.
Oh, this is typically
Yeah, so we
Lucas'
will be at
job on the
Romero's
show.
and Ignition will be taped there. So
Okay.
a lot of the matches that are on Ignition, you're going to be able to see before they air at Romero's. So if you're up there, up in Lafayette, hey, come on up, get your tickets, go online.
Is that going to
It's a
be
great
this
time.
week's? Is that going to be this week's Ignition?
Probably not. We've already got some other shows that we've already taped that are probably going to be a part of it. So probably going to be a couple weeks, but definitely some of those matches. And not all the matches on Ignition will be from the same location as you saw on this episode. You had one match from Beerslot, 3 from Summit. So yeah, it's going to be a little mixture, different commentators as well. So it's going to be a fun time.
That's right. I do believe you are the head honcho over there on Ignition, correct?
No, sometimes I'm going to be with Tony. I've got some other commentators that are going to be with me at times. So yeah, never know who's going to pop up. Might even have a very special somebody who's I got a very interesting relationship might even pop up on the commentary with me.
Oh, there's a little teaser. There's a teaser. A little blast from the past, maybe?
Or somebody that I've have a kind of a love-hate relationship with.
It's fair. All right.
Lucas doing
There's been a few of those.
Lucas is doing a good job on Ignition. That's what Yaden said.
Well, as much crap as I've gotten about my credentials, it's kind of nice getting a little, at least a little something. That's nice.
That's how it goes.
Thank
You get 9 ball bustings for one compliment. Like that's
and I wouldn't have it any other way. Damn it.
That's right, sir.
I also forgot a question from Preston before we officially wrap everything up. Are you going to respect JC?
Of course, JC is. I've known that young lady since she was like 5 years old, and she's an amazing young woman. She's going to be a great GM. I have absolutely no issues.
She's a boss
with
now
JC.
too. You got to be on your best behavior.
I know. I'm going to be. JC's going to do an amazing job.
He effing better.
He effing better.
Yeah.
Dang, I beat you up once, Lucas, and it turned you against women.
Oh, stop it. Noel, with all of that.
This is great.
Shame on you for that kind of cockapoo.
This
No,
is a side of Noel that we don't typically see very often, and I'm all for it.
I like it.
She gets on OVW TV, man, and sheesh.
Well,
I kind of like a little feistiness. At least there's some language involved in it with less screaming and red lights and doom.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
he was gonna say the B word.
Yeah, boss. She's his boss. He did say the B word, like she's his
I
boss.
don't
Okay.
I don't think that was the B word that she was talking about.
Well, she should have let us know which B word. Then she could have gone out and actually done the thing that she Meh.
All right, let's wrap up YouTube.
Sorry, I'm in a mood tonight.
Clearly.
I don't care. Yes.
I mean, look at who you're next to and what happened tonight with him. So.
Things
It was a
happen.
good night. It was a great night.
All right, YouTube and Rumble, we're gonna see you guys later. Twitch will take care of you in a few minutes. YouTube and Rumble, we'll see you guys on Sunday for another episode of The Rewind. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, folks.